Hello and welcome to the Talkin Yanks pregame show, a very special pregame show, a big series, Yankees, Blue Jays, both teams are hot. And speaking of, Dan Allen Rourke, I'm seeing some people in the comments. I see a Dan boy, I see a Dom boy, but I know you as Dan Allen Rourke. So Dan, what's up, dude?
What's up, bro? I'm like smiling from ear to ear right now. I'm like very excited. I was excited before this, like coming on, but like now that the show started, dude, like this is pretty surreal, man. Like I'm feeling it on Talking Yanks. I'm pumped. And it's big series, bro. Big series.
Dude, that's where Dan, I was pretty psyched to ask you because this is a big series.
Huge, bro. I just tweeted before. Did I tweet it? I don't know. I thought about it. It's like the first regular season playoff series of the year. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's like, I want to call it a test because this team is way better than a team that has a test in early May. But like, we can't I don't want to say we can't lose a series, bro. But like, after 9-game winning streak and everybody's saying that we have an easy ass schedule. If we lost 2 out of 3, like the first good team we played in a good while, especially the Blue Jays, wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, you want to win.
It's tough because the Yankees have been playing so good. I mean, they won 9 straight. Doesn't matter who you play. Like, winning 9 straight games, that's pretty crazy. But, yeah, man, I mean, it's Toronto. It's the team that was like the division favorites, and it's the new Jays, and it's back in Toronto.
Fuck them.
And I see you don't like that talk.
Nah, I'm not a fan of Toronto, no. And I'll say ahead of time, it's all sports hate. Like, if I were to meet these guys in person, which I'm sure one day I will, that's why I'm saying this right now, I'd shake the hands. I'd say, nice to meet you. But I ain't going to lie, yo. I'm not too big a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays. Like, not just the name, but, let the kids play is all well and good unless you're, playing the Yankees. So, I'm not a huge fan of Bo Bichette. Not a huge fan of Vlad Guerrero Jr. Alek Manoah's, he's a great pitcher. We're going to see him tomorrow. But, I mean, his family cheers every time he throws a ball within the vicinity of the strike zone. That's great. I'm not a huge fan of that. Overall, I'm not a huge – as a Yankee fan, I'm not a huge fan of the vibes I get from the Blue Jays, which is all the more reason why we got to beat them this series, bro. It's a big series.
Do you think there's any part of it that it means more to the Jays? Like, in Toronto, like, they're supposed to be the new kids on the block. Like,
yeah.
Kind of,
right?
I
think a lot because of the series last year, bro. Like, I know mathematically it didn't eliminate them, but, like, it kind of, like, did. Like,
right.
the series last year, bro, like, what was it, like, September 25th or whatever, like, that around that time? Like, that all but, like, put the nail in the coffin in their season. And, like, you got to figure they're probably, like, they have that in the back of their minds, yeah.
Well, Dan, let me tell the people about the lineup. And the lineup's brought to us by SeatGeek. Code pregame. Go get yourself some tickets. What do they give you, $20 off? Yeah, $20 off.
Yeah.
Code pregame. Go to the game. If you're a Yankees fan, you're listening in Toronto, get some tickets. Wear your Yankee stuff. Show them what's up. Like, let's get a Yankees home game in Toronto this year. Thank you, SeatGeek. Dan, the lineup is DJ LeMahieu at third base. Your guy, Aaron Judge in center field, Rizzo at first, Stanton in right, Donaldson DHing, Hicks in left field, Torres at second, Kiner Falefa at short, and Trevino catching with Monty on the bump. Dan, do we like this lineup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first thing that stands out is Gallo is out again. Honestly, off the top of my head, is it a lefty starting today? Who's starting again for the Blue Jays? It's Stripling, right? Is he lefty or righty?
He's righty.
He's righty. Okay, so I guess Gallo is still a little banged up. But yeah, I mean, besides Gallo being out, I guess it's solid. I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure. I forget how you guys feel about this. I liked Hicks in the leadoff spot, and I more so because I like DJ a lot in the 5th spot, to be honest. But no, it's definitely not a bad lineup. It's interesting, but it's definitely solid.
Yeah, I'm looking. Gallo not in tonight's lineup after groin injury on Saturday, and Andujar is still with the Yankees. That's a tweet from Brian Hoke. So I wonder. You wonder if.
Wait, hold the phone. What's good? Andujar is still with the Yankees.
So Andujar is still with the team.
That's like on the taxi squad.
That's what Hoke tweeted. So yeah, I don't. Okay. He's still with the team. So we don't know.
He was optioned after the game yesterday.
We don't have the details yet, but something to watch. And yeah, we know it's also early in the season, and it's not like Gallo was off to the hottest start. So they'll treat.
He was getting hotter though. He was getting hotter.
Yeah. He was getting hotter. He was getting hotter. Whatever. This is a solid lineup.
While we're on the subject, like, the lineup card that some of the beat reporters tweet out and it has like the available subs. Gallo was on that list. Just like,
okay.
Status wise, nothing's happened.
Okay. So Gallo's still around. We'll see. We'll see. He's something to watch later in this game if they need to pinch it. Dan, what do you think of this line? I mean, DJ at third, Donaldson DHing. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with everything? What?
I mean, at some point, I feel like Donaldson's not going to be okay with DHing all the time. I feel like he's definitely got the most, like, besides Stanton, of course, he's gotten the most DH saves. I mean, I'd rather have my only problem with Boone this season has been, like, the rest days. And even though this isn't a rest day, like, I feel like, why do you have to DH Donaldson all the time? I mean, I'd rather have Donaldson at third than DJ. I would probably, if the lineup were up to me, I would probably rather just have Glaber DHing, especially this early in the season. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to lose my mind over DH versus not DH, but, yeah, I'd rather have Donaldson at third than LeMahieu.
Yeah.
Or more so, I'd rather have Donaldson and LeMahieu in the field than Glaber being in the field.
DJ is solid at third. I think his arm doesn't play as well over there, and the Yankees haven't been burnt by that yet. Like, he's had a couple of those nice plays. But it will happen, and it's not a shot at DJ LeMahieu at all. He's a 3-time Gold Glove winner at second base. But if you watch third baseman, and even some of the throws Donaldson makes, like, it's just a different arm strength, and the Yankees haven't been hurt by that yet. And I don't know. To
be clear, I'm more so, I got no problem with DJ at third. It's more so I just rather have DJ at second instead of Glaber and then have Donaldson at third. Like, DJ at third is fine. Like, he'll hold down the fort just fine, but yeah.
What, Dan, we normally do a what to watch for in this game. Is there something about the lineup, about the game in general that you're like, yeah, I'm circling that?
I mean, the obvious is kind of for Judge to stay hot. He's my MVP pick this year, and he has like a slugging percentage. Yeah, all right, yeah, he has like a slugging percentage over 1,000 in the last I think during the 9-game winning streak, he has 7 homers. I think by the end of the series, here's a little hot take for you. Actually, by the end of this series, Judge will have surpassed Rizzo in home runs, and he will be leading baseball in home runs. So that's my what to watch for.
I mean, I'm shocked to hear you say that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, that's a good one. He looks really good, Dan. He looks really good.
He does.
Center field, Blue Jays. And, yeah, I guess that's the I can spin that into my what to watch for a little bit in that, like, I think the Yankees are going to need the spark lit a little bit. Because, like, I think things are great, right? We've won 9 in a row. We're going to Toronto. Like, the boys are feeling good. Everyone's confident. Like, I think the Blue Jays want this a little more right now, and I kind of need like if Judgy first inning he gets one, like I think that would be hype and like let the boys know like this is real, like we're here this year. Or even Rizzo, I
was gonna say early scoring would be huge for sure, because I mean like we were saying before, like if all of a sudden we after a 9-game winning streak against like relatively mediocre teams, we got to lose a series of Blue Jays, like kind of on that same note, like if we go out and all of a sudden it's 2-0, 3-0 Blue Jays in the first couple innings. Like, not that this team can't come back. They've shown that they can, but like that would probably not be the best taste in our mouths right away either. So yeah, if the Yankees get on the board right away, first inning, that'd be clutch.
And I think the other thing, we talk about redemption or guys playing against their old team. It's a long while away, but Josh Donaldson in Toronto, like, dude won his MVP there. Like, he was a dude there. So him going back facing Toronto, and, like, if he could kind of – my whole thing before the year was I wanted Red Sox fans to hate Donaldson. If Donaldson could be, like, our AL East guy and, like, he tears up Toronto, tears up Boston, that'd be pretty badass. So I'm circling Donaldson. Like, he's got a lot of good memories there. Let's make some more in pinstripes, right?
Yeah, and I can imagine when you said that Donaldson thing, which I agree with, that was a good pick. You probably had more of a mindset that the Red Sox are going to be competitive this year, which, it's still very early, but they're not off to the best of starts so far. So, I mean, like, I'm starting to think,
right.
And, we haven't played the Rays yet, which is nuts, by the way. Like, we don't play the Rays, I think, until, like, end of May, which is crazy. But, I mean, like, the way it's shaping up right now, like, I'm kind of just, like, my forecast, the AL East, just Yankees, Blue Jays, So, yeah. I think that's who's going to be between it. Donaldson, it's time for him to get hot. I mean, he's looked better for sure. I feel like he's walking like crazy lately the past week. Yeah, a ton. So I guess, they always say once you start to walk, that means you're seeing the ball better, whatever. I'm not like a hitting coach or nothing, but yeah, it's time for him to get hot. And this would be a good series to do that.
So you think those Red Sox series are just going to turn into rest days for guys?
Maybe like come September, it'll be like 2019 all over again. Remember that, where it's like the Red Sox are like, oh, we're not dead, and then we sweep them, and it's like, no, you were dead before, but you're dead again officially now.
You're now dead.
It'll be like that.
Donaldson, last 8 games, coincides with the Yankees win streak. They're 8-0, 240, 457, 897 OPS. So,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure, at least going into yesterday's game, I haven't checked since, like, he's technically, I'm pretty sure, hitting like close. Maybe you know this, BBD. I think he's hitting somewhat close to league average, just because offense is down so much around the league. Like, when you compare it to like what the rest of the guys doing in baseball, like he hasn't been atrocious, just obviously not like Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, his OPS plus is at 110. He's walking a ton, and the offense is down everywhere. The hits, he only has 15 hits on the year, but half of those are for extra bases. So
what's his on base? Do you have that on the season?
When he gets like hot, it'll go a long way. 345.
For a bad start, 345 on base, not bad at all.
Yeah, for him to be
that's not bad. Period.
For him to have not been like going at all, like, I'm excited to see where it lands when he finally gets like a hot streak.
Yeah,
let's start it today. You watching anything, Beebs? Excited for a big series?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of. My what to watch for would probably be like the Toronto crowd. Their fans, when the team's good, is pretty rowdy, and then we're finally getting a full year of them playing in Toronto. With the first time as Yankee fans, we're seeing them with like, oh, they're like a full good team now.
Yeah, I kind of.
We always forget about it.
I'm interested to see the crowd, and I guess I don't know if I said it right with the Judge homer or maybe like an early up and in pitch, but like let's get the juices like full tilt. Like this weekend was kind of soft, like Kansas City. We were chilling. There's rest days. Like I want to get hyped for this game.
Bro, this is the kind of game like, and all day I've been doing it. Like you wake up, you turn on WFAN, listen to you're talking Yanks. You have like that buzz throughout the day. I have buffalo wings coming right around 6:30. My mom's ordering them. It's like a game you like. I always think about the Yankee game leading up to it, but like, bro, since I hit the pillows last night, I've been thinking about this game. That's what I said before. Like, it really kind of feels like outside of, I guess, like opening day, like this feels like the first like playoff like anticipation for a regular season series. So first time this year.
I know you shower before games. I know you just showered before this. Are you going to shower twice, or does that shower count?
I am going to go to the gym.
Okay.
So, which I shower before the gyms too, like before going to the gym, because like when you look good, you feel good.
So 3 shower day potentially.
Often I do that. Yeah. Actually, I got a funny story about showering before Yankee games. One time, my current girlfriend, this is totally random. I'll say it really quick. My current girlfriend, Andrea, she's broken up with me a couple times because of the Yankees, right? And one time when I asked her, I was like, she broke up with me, right? And she was like, you just don't have time for me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Andrea, can you give me a reason why? And she was like, Dan, you left my parents' birthday dinner to go shower to watch the Yankee game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a pretty good point. But yeah.
I get why you don't like
so
that.
I think I'll probably get one more shower before the game. What is it, 7:07 first pitch? Yeah, I think so. Are you?
I think I might need to. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. These John Boy windbreakers get pretty warm on you. You got the blue one. Like
I got the black.
It contains the heat.
It does, and it's one of those. It's like I don't want to say the perfect April thing, because it's like you wear it in the morning and it's perfect, but like as soon as it starts to like tick up 10 degrees by the afternoon, then it's like, oh, why did I wear this? And
you have one of these, BBD?
Oh yeah. And because I'm like you, I don't have anything for when it rains, so I break that out. But today, we only have hot or cold days in the office. Really, today's a hot one.
It's warm in here today. This is bad. This is a bad outfit for this. Pitching path to victory. Monty, where are you at with Monty, Dan?
Yo, I mean, I'm a big Monty guy. One, I don't think this is a hot take. One of the better starters in the American League, which is kind of cheap for me to say, because when you say one of the better, I mean, that can mean anything. That can mean top 25, that can mean top 35, whatever. I think he's the kind of guy, he's the pitcher that I actually like, where they applied the whole third time through the order thing, because I feel like we've seen, like, he can look dominant as hell 2 times through. And then, like, I think that happened in his last start. Who did he pitch against? Baltimore?
Yep.
Like, he looks really solid, and then third time through, it kind of, I don't want to say unravels, but I feel like usually if he gives up 3 runs in a start, it usually comes in like the last 2 innings of a start. So I think he will, hopefully get through 5 pretty solid. And that's kind of all he has to with the bullpen. I'm not sure what the rest situation is, like whoever's ready to go. But I imagine we have a pretty loaded pen.
Yeah. So yesterday was Chapman, who he pitched back to back. So Chappie probably out today, which you would assume. Well, I was going to assume would be Johnny, but I mean Clay took the 9th inning.
I think
the other day, right? Like
either or.
That's interesting.
I mean,
depending how it's lining up.
Like if I'm Boone, like I'm going Holmes over Loizaga.
Holmes has just been automatic,
and he's
filthy, dude.
He's been like fully like in the fireman role, which I don't know if that helps or hurts his 9th inning chances tonight. But if there's an opportunity early with the middle of the order coming up, I think they're not scared to go to him.
I think it's Clay. He's got 2 saves this year. Johnny doesn't have one.
I'm prepared for whatever it's gonna be.
Wow.
And if you're looking at like, they're very similar pitchers, like, sinker, but who's the hotter hand right now? And it's definitely Holmes. I forget what Loizaga's last outing was, but he hasn't looked overly sharp so far this season. Not that I'm concerned about that by any means, but when you're talking 9th inning, and the fact that he has 2 saves already, I'd go Holmes.
Yeah, I think at one point Johnny had back-to-back kind of ugly outings, and he's been at least fine the rest, but he hasn't stood out so much so far. I'd assume that there's no way King's available unless it's like emergency. He didn't throw a ton of bullets.
You'd like to think that they want to keep him more built up than that, but also this is an interesting test. Like we're talking about, this series is kind of important. So if they were really up against it, do they go Mike King? I don't know. Probably not, especially with Chad, Johnny, and Clay not having pitched yesterday.
Nobody besides Chappie having gone multiple times in that series.
I mean, Castro didn't pitch yesterday, and the Blue Jays are so righty heavy that also probably ties into your 2 times through, Dan, is like, hey, like, our bullpen is so good right now. I don't think we need to mess with Monty seeing Springer, Bichette, Guerrero for the 3rd time.
No. And I hope it's not a thing where Boone like lets him start the inning and then if he like gets into trouble, because I mean, what we're kind of saying right now, just 2 times through, if that's through, I don't know, 5 innings, whatever, just have Castro start the 6th or whoever.
Yeah, I kind of like Monty, empty the tank for 5, and then we got Castro, Chad, Johnny, Clay. Like, that seems like
one more thing on Monty. I was going to say before, I feel like he doesn't, this is just my hunch, like I'm not sure this is actually how it is. He doesn't seem to be affected by the big moment. I feel like no matter what, like the starters, you're going to get a solid outing out of Monty, like whether or not it's like high leverage or low leverage. I just don't think he gets too like phased by the moment. And this being like kind of a big start, I feel like we're in pretty good shape on that end with Monty.
It's 80-20. I feel like for 4 of these starts, Monty goes out, he does his thing, he's Monty. And then I feel like there's one, and it's usually 1 or 2 a year that you're just like, damn, dude, like it's the
But I think that would be just because, like, what I'm saying is, like, I don't think it'd be like because he was rattled or anything. I think if he doesn't have it, he just doesn't have it, which is big for like a series like this.
And dude, he's got a little pissy side from CC this year. Like Monty's kind of like, he's got a little mean side. Like he could ball out this game, and like Yankee fans shouldn't be surprised. He's having a nice start to his season.
He's like performed in big starts before, like important starts. The playoff game he got a couple years ago.
Monty's 2nd best ERA from the starters outside of Nestor Cortez Jr.
There we go.
Shows how nasty our pitching has been this year. Dan, I am very excited for this because the next part of the show is Homer Draft. It's the Homer Draft. Me and Jimmy, so we actually missed the first couple Kansas City games, and then we did a super one, but I didn't tweet about it, so we might have to dig through some files on that.
Yeah.
Dan, here's the deal. I love how much you love Aaron Judge. It says I have the first pick of the Homer Draft.
Okay. Do your thing, bro. Don't let me affect your pick at all. Do your thing.
He likes other Yankees, too.
I'm going to take Anthony Rizzo.
Okay.
Rizzo's been pretty good, huh? We like him. He's maybe he's kind of re-announcing himself to this Blue Jays Yankees potential 2020 rivalry of sorts. Let me see if he's got history versus Stripling. 3 for 12. That's fine. He's seen him. So yeah.
Has he gone deep?
I'll go Rizzo. He hasn't, but he's saving that for today.
Okay, short sample size.
Question. I've got a Toronto hot take that I'd like to let out there.
Okay.
Actually, I'm already taking it back. Know what it is? Long home runs in Toronto look really cool. Short home runs in Toronto kind of suck. Something about like the high fence in their bullpens.
Their weird foul pole.
Like there's no chance of them being robbed. Like I don't.
True. They always.
I don't know.
You know what? You're right about that. And that, like, I'm thinking of like I remember like DJ his like go ahead homer a couple years ago. It has to be like a high. Even if it's a line drive, it has to be like a certain height that. If it's not a certain height, it's like no chance of going out.
And know what it is? It doesn't go into the crowd. Like it's all like bullpen and shit
netting
to right field. But the long home runs are pretty cool. So I already took back my hot take. What was your question, Dan?
Well, just so I get the rules straight here, like there's no rules, right? I just pick who I think is going to go deep.
So you can pick a guy once per series, but yeah, you're trying to pick a guy who you think will homer today. So if there's any Yankees you're looking at, and you get back-to-back picks. So.
First game of the series, everyone besides Rizzo is available to you.
I get back-to-back picks, so I'm picking 2, you're saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Judge is going to be my number 1.
Yeah.
Big shocker.
I thought that might
happen.
And
2, like, Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
Because it's a big series.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Which, I feel like I feel bad taking the 2 most obvious in a way, but like that really is my thought. Like big series, Giancarlo Stanton steps up, hit a bomb last time he was in Toronto. Remember that pitch? It was like low and inside, like circle change or whatever. Crush it to left.
I wonder, does he hit well in Toronto? I'm on it.
His first game is
he had the first game,
Let's see, 18. Career splits, some Rogers Center.
I'm gonna guess he has 6 career homers in Toronto with the Yankees. I'm not sure if you can even get that information.
So, I don't have it with the Yankees. He's played 15 career games in Toronto. I don't know if any of that was Miami Stanton. 7 home runs, a 1.263 OPS.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I like that, Dan. I'll go Donaldson. I'll go Rizzo Donaldson. I can get some Judge Stanton later in the series. And yeah, my whole little thing, maybe Donaldson is like, maybe he rounds third and gives a little like, I'm back home. Like
I was gonna say, if he does go deep, Donaldson's gonna have something electric around the bases. Yeah.
Dan,
I'm a big fan of Donaldson, bro. I really am. And that it's true when like he's gotten off to a slow start. Like you see like what he did the other day, like when Gallo pinch ran and like whoever hit a home run, he's like, great job running, Gallo, whatever. And like what he was like chirping down the line and that little dribbler he hit. Whatever it was, like I like his antics. I really do, even when he's not playing well, which usually is not the case for me. Like if you're gonna have antics, like you better be playing well.
Right.
But the fact that like he's not playing well and I still like him, it means like I'm gonna really like him.
You might really like him. Yeah, dude, he's got a little Judge in his personality. He's just like more extroverted about it.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. He's just a little more out there with it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Judge is really giving off the captain vibes lately, bro. Have you been watching the Yes Network interviews? No, like he really is. It's like his answers are very like. I feel like in the last couple of years, like Judge has kind of like been a little different than like the Jeter-esque personality, just slightly. But like, bro, the vibe I'm getting lately, just like the answers he's given, it's just so like, lock this dude up, bro. What do you think what do you think he gets, bro? What do you think it takes to lock him up? I'm saying 250 mil, 250, because a team that's definitely an offer he'll get. I'm saying at the minimum. I think at most I'll say 275 at the most. I don't think some people say he was asking for 300. His camp, I'm pretty sure already denied that. I don't believe that anyways. But I wouldn't be shocked if he got 275. 250 at the minimum, though.
I mean, he just turned 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 7. Yeah, it's tough to get to 300.
Yeah, and that's where even I would be like, all right, bro, relax. Like 300 is ridiculous. Like that's like,
yeah, I think
that'd be absurd.
I think if he's supposedly a big union guy, so he might be trying to set the new like per year number. So it might be a lower years count. I don't know. Already 30.
Yeah, and then I mean, if that were to be for like what a position player, that would be what is the highest? Trout's at like 30.
He's at 36.
I mean, the one that always gets me is Rendon got $35 million a year, right?
And that's Judge's biggest blessing. And I'm pretty sure Rendon was going into his age like 31 or 32 season. That's why that's such a big deal. 7.245 he got.
I mean, if you do,
Judge might be able to get 7.265, which would be
35 times 8 is 280. Like, I don't know.
265 over 7 would get him over Trout's record. So Yeah, we'll see. I do think he
269.
remains a Yankee, though, not even being biased.
I feel like you could be a little
They
biased on
said-
it, and that's okay.
A little bit. And like going back to his answers, the way he's talking, like, when Stanton hit his homer number 350, he's like, I'm looking forward to seeing him, which I guess could mean anything. But the way he talked, it sounds like he's including himself in the conversation of being a part of the team the next couple of years, which doesn't actually mean anything. But, I'll allow myself to be optimistic. That's what the pregame show is all about. Is this like the land of optimism? Like, if you're going to be optimistic, you do it on the pregame show.
I think the reason he didn't take that extension is he knows the Yankees cannot let him leave.
That, and also, I think the Yankees are absolutely ridiculous for still offering him $17 million this year. I'm serious. If they were to start this year, start the $30 million plus AAV this year, I'm not saying it gets it done, but I think it gets them a hell of a lot closer.
I think you're right. I think,
or at least bump it up to the 21 he asked
the
for.
this year stuff was bizarre, especially when
That too, BBD. Yeah.
Especially when if they added the money to this year, like they just reset the tax, so like it feels like that would have been a good year
the whole reason
to pay him now and
start
less
doing
down the
it.
line. I don't know. I think Aaron's gonna do all right. I think Uncle Steve might drive up the price a little bit, but whatever.
Can I ask one last
It's not
question?
my
Because
cash.
I love
Yeah.
One last question about Judge. If he were to leave, and let's just spice this up a little bit. If he were to go, let's say he left for either the Mets or the Red Sox, how do you feel about him? And let's say the Yankees offer him somewhere in the 230s, like a respectable offer, whatever. He ends up leaving for the Red Sox and the Mets. How do you feel about him?
It would depend how close the money was.
If it's like
you knew it was close. And he just
if it's like
picked it just
respectable,
for
to where
that.
like you're not like furious at the Yankees.
Like
it's
if
a
it's
respectable
if
offer.
it was 250 or 300 million, I'd say like good for you, Judge. You got it.
Yeah, fair.
Like
fair.
you start getting into 20 million.
One of them gives him the whatever year number.
Because there is a
that's
Yankee
out
effect. Like I know people don't like to hear that, but if Aaron Judge stays a Yankee and some sponsorships and all that, Dan, we don't even have to think about that.
We don't.
We're gonna think about his 3 home run game tonight.
Exactly.
3 of Stanton's home runs in Rogers Center are with the Marlins.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Good signing.
2 homer game, June 9th, 2015.
Dan, I'm so excited for this. We got to do something really quick. We do the over/under.
I have it for you if you need it.
What do you think the over/under would be for this game? Monty, Stripling. Do you do over/unders? I know you've had a little bit of a DraftKings phase.
For betting, yeah, I do more like money line stuff just because it's like it's simpler in my brain. Like, all right, I'm rooting for this team to win. I don't do it too much on baseball, though. I'm going to start over under. Like, do we have like a line? Like, what are we asking?
So we guess the line at first. So like, a normal baseball line is usually between like 8 and 9, depending who's pitching. I would go Monty, Stripling, both these offenses. I would lean like it's 9 or 8.5 maybe.
I'll go, and over under is obviously the 2 teams combined runs, correct?
Yep.
I'll go. You got to do the little half thing, right? So I'll go 10.5. Is that what you said? Because I'm gonna go 10. No, I'm going 12.5. I think it'll be a high scoring game.
The DraftKings line is 8 flat.
Wow.
Fair. I'm just imagining the Yankees are scoring like 8 runs tonight. So
Well, Dan,
Sounds like you're on the over.
that means you're taking the over. And
I'm
you know
taking
what?
the over.
I'll take the over with you. Stripling?
Bro, please give me a break.
I think he's a nice
I'm gonna
guy.
lock that bet in right now. I'm 21, yo.
Go lock that in. Right. You know what,
I'm
Dan?
locking that shit in.
I'm going to lock that in right now.
I'm
too.
gonna lock that shit in.
Let's get in there.
Yo, okay. Let's all put the same exact money on this. Reminder that I probably make the least out of us 3. So what are we doing?
What are
here?
you putting on it?
What are you putting on it?
What, 10?
I was gonna say 20.
Let's do 20.
Let's do 20. Word up.
I mean, it's the easy over. It's the Yankees.
It's the New York Yankees, bro. Please give me a break.
Okay, so we're all on the
all
over.
on the over.
All on the over. I gotta play some more settings, but yeah, I like it.
Dan,
I love it, actually.
our last segment, and this is an interesting one. We do premonitions. It's kind of just like, if you're thinking about it, you close your eyes and you see Toronto, the Rogers Center, place is rocking. Sometimes there's deep cuts, sometimes there's not. If you had to like kind of predict or see something in the future of tonight's game, maybe outside of Judge homers, What are you seeing?
With tensions high, a lot of buzz in the air, maybe we do get a little bit, I don't want to say a brawl, but maybe something that gets the dugouts perked up a little bit. Maybe bullpen doors open up a little bit. Is that what kind of question you're asking?
Yeah,
like something like that?
yeah. No,
I was gonna ask you about that period because I mean that's something I already had in my head going into today.
So you think we're there? Like you're thinking this is like when the Yankees went to Boston with Tyler Austin and like.
Yes,
we knew.
That's what I'm saying. This is it. It's Yankees Blue Jays.
You're there.
It's Yankees Blue Jays rest of the way, and like not even just this year. I think like this is where we're at for the next like same way it was like Yankees Red Sox in like 17, 18 kind of thing. I think we're like, and it already kind of started last year, but I really think cemented top of the AL East for this year and probably next Yankees Blue Jays. Like,
so
this is a rivalry. Yes,
top of the dugout like yelling.
Because listen, I mean, the Yankees and the Blue Jays, like they all have emotions, and I figure, they're seeing the same shit that I do. I hate the Blue Jays. Like if I were in that Yankee dugout, like I'm not like I'm kind of feeling like, or I kind of would be easily pissed off or have something easily sparked if they do something that irritates. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready to go if I'm the Yankees.
I love it. I think where I'm gonna go, he's a guy that's earned a little credit. He was a popular topic in this office. How about IKF makes like the web gem we've been waiting for? Like he's made some solid plays. Like tonight with the turf, maybe we get a big hop or something. Like and he makes a play that we're like, damn. Like let's go.
What about
IKF.
the turf? I thought they got rid of the turf, or was that just the infield? Didn't they get rid of that? I thought.
I think they're still fully turf.
They're turf.
I think it's like a better turf than like old
redid
Rogers Center, but
yeah. But I hear you. And even the other day, bro, I kind of felt bad for IKF for like snapping the airless streak. That was even kind of a tough play. Like it was a routine ball, but it was like hard hit. Took like a weird like spiky hop. But yeah, no, I like that. IKF's been solid.
It looks like in 2020 they got some new turf, but I still think it's like turf.
Yeah. No, I'm an idiot then. My bad on that.
No,
but
I think
word.
I mean, it looks pretty legit.
The dirt might be
I thought
dirt.
somebody got rid of turf, but I guess I'm totally off on that. I'm not the most reliable when it comes to like actual facts. So
that's tough.
I like that, Jake. I like that a lot.
Dan, anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
It's a big series, and it just popped in my head. Do you think Andujar plays one inning this entire? Oh wait, well he's not even on the roster. I was thinking in my head he was on the roster. No, I don't have anything else to say besides this is a huge series, and for a non-mathematical way, this is a must-win series.
Who do you think has a better chance of playing tonight, Gallo or Tilo?
Tilo, because if Gallo, I feel like if Gallo's going to play, I mean. Which I guess he is. I think
they're going to say another rest day. They'll probably play like the turf card. Yankees love the turf card.
We were never going to play him 3 days on the turf.
Yeah. So I'm going to go Tilo.
But they kind of big time Gallo, like making him pinch run and play defense and stuff. It's kind of funny. Like he was like,
I love Gallo.
He was Rangers like judge. Like he was their guy. And they make him like
cousin.
Star. He's your cousin.
He is my cousin, not by blood. And this is facts. I knew this before he became a Yankee. Back in like 2015, I worked at this place called White Oak Market. My cousin, she came in and she was telling me about this guy, Joey Gallo, who I knew him at the time, played for the Rangers. She was telling me how he's my cousin, not by blood, but by like, marriage, whatever.
Sure.
And then he gets traded to the Yankees. She messages me. He's like, don't forget, he's your cousin. He's my cousin, Jake.
Well, hey, I hope cousin Joey has a big pinch hit home run today or something like that.
I'll take it.
Dan, do you know how we end the pregame show?
Listen, I listen to like every Talkin Yanks episode. Pregame time is usually when I'm busy, so I honestly don't catch this show all that much. I'm a big Michael K guy as well, so I'm often watching that. No offense.
No offense taken. No. I just wanted to preface you. It's a little bit of a weird ending. To end the show, we just stand up.
I'm wearing shorts. What if I was not wearing pants?